Permission to come aboard, number one.
Where have you been? We thought you were dead.
I'd be happy to tell you, number one, but right now, I suggest we move this discussion to the observation lounge. I suppose it all began when I received a reply from a communique I sent Spock several months ago. There was something in his message that struck me as a little unusual, especially after the mind meld I shared with him. In my later messages with the ambassador, his behavior became increasingly erratic, and certainly not characteristic of even a half-Vulcan, never mind one of the Federation's most distinguished diplomats. All of my requests within Starfleet to read Spock's official reports of his efforts towards reunification on Romulus were denied, which made me even more suspicious, to the point of looking elsewhere for assistance.
The Klingons.
Chancellor Gowron still owed me a favor following my role as the arbiter of succession during the Klingon Civil War, so I arranged to have all of his intelligence regarding reunification sent to me here. According to his reports, Ambassador Spock quietly disappeared on Romulus only a week after meeting several times with a known aide to our old friend, Captain Tomalak.
Tomalak.
I was sure that Ambassador Spock had been abducted and replaced with a Romulan imposter, but with Starfleet ignoring all of my requests for additional information, I began to devise my own plan to expose this Romulan ploy. I knew that if anything were to happen to me, only Ambassador Spock would be sent to investigate.
But how are you certain Starfleet would send an ambassador?
Our mind meld only a few months earlier made him the perfect candidate to conduct this investigation. I knew that by faking my own death, I would bring this Romulan imposter out into the open.
We're lucky you arrived when you did. But how did you find us?
I was beamed aboard a cloaked Klingon vessel at the exact moment Airlock 14 decompressed. We monitored Romulan activity throughout the neutral zone, in case the imposter tried to maneuver the Enterprise into a trap. A warp signature was traced to Galorndon Core from a Romulan warboat that took part in the attack on the Enterprise. I suspect the real Spock is being held there, on the surface. That way, if the imposter were revealed, Ambassador Spock could be released within Federation territory, as if nothing happened.
Ingenious.
Typical Romulan treachery.
Which is why we must act quickly. Picard Engineering.
LaForge here.
What is the status of our warp drive?
We've sustained heavy damage. Repairs are still underway. The best I can give you is warp 2.5.
Set a course for Galorndon Core. Engage.
Standard orbit.
Data. Scan the surface for Vulcan life signs.
Scanning. There are severe electromagnetic disturbances in the planet's atmosphere.
Mr. Wolf, can you boost sensor output?
Our sensors cannot penetrate the interference.
Captain, I'm picking up several faint biosigns within close proximity to each other in the northwestern hemisphere of the planet.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sensing a strong mind, but I can't tell if it's Spock.
Well then, let's find out. Data, Mr. Worf, you're with me. Picard to Dr. Crusher. Report to Transporter Room 3.
You're not leading us away, Mission Captain. We just got you back. We can't risk losing you again.
I have to, number one. The line must be drawn here! The Romulans have gone too far this time. If only you knew Spock the way I do, you'd understand.
Well then, I'm coming with you.
Very well, but we'd better hurry. Counselor Troy, you have the bridge.
It's good to have you back, Captain. Set the beam down coordinates. We're a kilometer away from the biosigns.
Thank you, Chief. Phaser set to maximum stun. Energize. The life signs, Doctor.
There's too much electromagnetic interference.
Then pair off and fan out.
Die, Federation scum! Ensign Franklin! In the name of Kalis! Situation has been neutralized, Captain.
Guess we didn't need Franklin after all.
It appears to be a standard Romulan force-filled unit.
Mr. Data, we need to hurry. Can you disable it?
Unfortunately, our equipment is not suited to work under these conditions. However, the tripolymer casing in my upper body would suffice in disrupting the field.
Whatever it is, Mr. Data, make it quick.
Are you all right, Data?
I appear to be functioning within normal parameters, sir.
It's good to have you back.
Have your wits about you. The Romulans would rather die than surrender.
I don't see any problem with that.
Keep in mind that our mission is to rescue Ambassador Spock. Alive.
One step closer and Spock dies.
Lieutenant, stop! Stand down.
We know how much he means to your precious Federation. If he dies, you will have to answer for it.
You would dare to threaten the life of Ambassador Spock inside Federation territory? Long have we suspected a Romulan base on Galorndon Core, but now you've finally been found out. You can still leave now, in peace, and you will not be harmed. But surely you must realize that to kill this man would mean open war between our two peoples.
I see your diplomatic reputation is well earned. The Tal Shiar shall learn of this.
You're not going to let them get away with this, are you?
Let them go, number one. I want the Romulan Senate to know what happened here today. We've done our duty to reinforce the territorial sovereignty of the Federation in this sector for now. Ambassador Spock, are you all right?
I believe I am unharmed. Thank you for rescuing me, Captain Picard. I must ask, how did you know where to look for me?
While I was aboard the Klingon ship monitoring the activities of your doppelganger, we tracked the residual warp signature of several cloaked Romulan vessels frequenting this system. Due to the severe atmospheric disturbances on the planet's surface, I suspected Galorndon Core would make for an excellent hiding spot, right on the edge of the neutral zone.
A logical deduction.
Finally, these chains of betrayal have been broken. Lives have been lost. Honor has been gained. The fires of Sto-Vo-Kor burn brightly once again. Kalis smiles proudly upon us, for we have fought courageously and have left victorious. Chains betray no more.
Mr. Wolf! I think it would be best if we beam back to the Enterprise. Ricardo O'Brien, beam us up.